This is a video about using the Smart Ink Dynamic Toolbar. So with Smart Notebook versions 15 and above, the old floating toolbar, which looks like this, you may have gotten used to seeing this at the edge of your smartboard, this is no longer part of versions 15 and above. It has been replaced by the Dynamic Toolbar. And the Dynamic Toolbar comes on automatically every time you pick up a pen from the tray. But before we even do that, I just want to mention that you can customize the Dynamic Toolbar some, but not quite as much as the old floating toolbar. The old floating toolbar, you could add things like a window shade to it. You can't do that to the Dynamic Toolbar, so if you need the spotlight or the window shade, you get it down here. In the Systems tray, you'll see an icon for Smartboard. If you click on that, you'll notice you have some different options here. So here's your screen shade, your spotlight, your recorder. So if you need these things outside of notebook software, that's how you would get them. Now, let me go ahead and pick up a pen from the tray and we'll see the Dynamic Toolbar come on automatically. So I picked up a black pen and here it is. You can just click on it, grab it, and move it to another part of the screen if you'd like. And you can just go ahead and start writing. So let me just make a little mark over here on the page. Now you may have noticed when I marked up this page, in the upper right hand corner another little menu item appeared, this small pen here. And this is a way to quickly clear the ink from a page. So if I click once on this, I have three options. I can clear all the ink from the page, I could capture it as a picture, or turn off Smart Ink. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the ink, and then it goes away. So as soon as you mark up a page, you will see that little toolbar pop up in the upper right hand corner. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the menu items within the Dynamic Toolbar. So if I click directly on it, I'll see that I have 4 tabs surrounding it. The Favorites tab, the Pen tab, the Toolbox, and the Reviewing tab. So the Pen tab allows you to customize your pen. So if you want to use a highlighter instead of a pen, you click here and you can choose your color and the thickness of the line like so. And then you can go ahead and write with a highlighter. It turned into a highlighter. If I click again here, I'll go back to my default pen. And you can also have some choices up here to select a different type of pen, a creative pen, a magic pen, etc. This right here gives you different color options on the color wheel. And this down here gives you various types of lines with arrows at the end or the beginning. You can adjust the thickness with a slider right here, and the transparency with a slider right here. So you have lots of different options to adjust and customize your pen. That's on the Pen tab. The Favorites tab, let's click on that, allows you to store favorite types of pens or stamps for quick access. So if I go ahead and add a favorite here, and let's say I use the highlighter a lot, so a nice thick highlighter, I'm going to add that as a favorite. Now if I click on my pen and just let's turn my pen back into a standard black pen. Now notice that my Dynamic Toolbar has this highlighter for quick access right here. So if I just click on this, I can start using my highlighter. If I click here, I'm back in the regular pen again. Okay, so that's your, you can add favorite stamps, favorite pens, whatever you like, and they'll appear all around the outside here. Let's go back and click on the pen. So we talked about the Pen tab, the Favorites tab. Let's go into the Toolbox. So this has three options in it. It's got a stamp. So if I click on that and I want to make some stamps, I could click here, and then if I go ahead and take my pen and draw on the smartboard, it'll make these stamps right here. And if I want to clear it, remember I can come up here and just clear the ink like so. Let's go back and click in the middle of it. This right here is handwriting recognition. So if you go ahead and take your pen and write a word, it will try to recognize it. If you like what it did, you can click on this check mark right here, and then it will ask you where you'd like to put that. So if I have a Microsoft Word document open here and I click in there, it'll put the text into that document like so. So that's the handwriting recognition, and this is the camera capture tool. So you can capture the entire window or different parts of it here. This one is the one that allows you to draw your capture area. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and I just want to get this area right here, let's say. Okay, it takes a picture of it. I could send it to Smart Notebook or to the clipboard. I have different choices here. Okay, I'm gonna send it to the clipboard because I'm gonna bring it into Microsoft Word. So now it's copied into my clipboard. Let's go back to Microsoft Word, right-click the mouse and paste. And here it is. If I put text wrap on so I could float it on the page, and there it is. Okay, let's go back here. So that's the stamp, handwriting recognition, and the capture tool. So those are all in the toolbox part of the dynamic toolbar. Okay, let's go over to the reviewing tab here. So if several people are marking up a PDF and you want to keep track of who's marking up what, this is how you would do it. So you go ahead and add a person's name here. So let's put my name here. Okay, recognize that I hit the check mark. So now I am going to be the reviewer here when I go into the PDF and mark it up. Let's go ahead and do that. So let me open up a PDF. So here's my PDF. Let me take the pen and mark it up. So I marked it up with my pen, and now you may notice a little yellow call out at the beginning of this line. Let me zoom in on it. So this little yellow call out, if I hover over it, it actually tells me who did the marking. So in this case it was me. If I click on it, it gives me some more information about the time and when it was done, and also I can type a reply to that mark if I'd like. Okay, so that's how the reviewing tab works. Let me go ahead and go back to our web page here. Okay, so I think we have covered all the basics of the dynamic toolbar. There are three other little icons you could click on. This question mark will give you a help menu. This down here will give you some settings for Smart Ink. If you click on this, you can do some other customization to the way Smart Ink works on your computer. And this right here, this arrow to the right wall, will dock it on the right hand side for you. Okay, if you want to get rid of this menu, just click directly on it like so. And if I put the pen back down in the tray, it will disappear completely. So I put the pen back in the tray, the dynamic toolbar has disappeared completely. So those are the basics in using the new dynamic Smart Ink toolbar, which will be packaged with versions 15 and above of Smart Notebook.